I wonder if these two feel just that little bit vulnerable. They're lying one place above the Ukrainians, the champions of Germany, who've moved up steadily year after year, and they find themselves in 7th place going into this year's free. Kati Winkler and René Lohse. Very intricate, very clever. And at times very impressive. I just wonder at some times whether it was just a little bit too clever for its own good. But certainly an awful lot of work went into it, and they are prodigious skaters.
They certainly are. It really was a difficult program. And again, a couple that have come out here and they've skated very, very fast across the ice which of course makes all those moves a little bit more difficult, but much more impressive. Fantastic the way that Martin Scott-Nicky comes up with these new ideas and a completely new look from Kati and René.
It's Martin coming along ringside now. Martin, who guided the Duchenes, remember, to the world gold medal back in 1991 in Munich. And will Atnasina and Pesara follow them as the second French to win ice dance gold? We'll know all that in the next hour now. It's getting close. Winkler and Lohse, they were good.
They certainly were. And this a very dangerous move. Now you imagine what would happen if his toe pick went into the ice there. All those moves are far more dangerous performed going forwards. And there's Martin. He was there with every second, every inch of the way. He lived every movement. And actually watching him just make his way down to the kiss and cry, he looked as exhausted as they did.
Yes, he really puts his pupils through it. A bit like Christopher Dean. They have an exacting taskmaster and they have to live up to it. These two, as we said earlier in the week, both in the German army now, where they're more or less sponsored, really. But they do their studies. And get that little bit extra cash so that they can afford people like Martin Scott-Nicky, who doesn't come cheap, and you've seen why.
Yeah, this sort of level, you've got to live the sport. And Martin certainly does that. There he is. Totally exhausted and drained he is.
Oberstdorf is where they train with Martin. Doesn't look as if there's going to be any movement here. Ukrainian judge has them in third place. And you'll never guess which couple the Ukrainian judge has above them. Yes, from the Ukraine. Russian has them third too. But overall, it's second with 5 to go.